Hey, all you zealots and zerglings, it's time for another clash against the Titan, turning into a real classic on this channel, where we pit two challengers, the Titans against, or two Titans against three challengers who are at 80% health. And we have our usual Titans. I've got myself as spawning as the purple Zerg, and Contrarian spawning as the green Protoss, which means we are super happy right now because we have gotten, by random chance, our very own favoritist of all races. The odds of that happening, I believe, are 1 in 9. Yes, 1 in 9, but let us look at our challengers who may not be all that happy to find this out. And we have Mike as the orange Zerg, Spartan as the pink Protoss, and Dunamai as the teal Protoss. So not necessarily their preferred choices. We're going to have to see if that's going to make a difference. We have Spartan scouting out here with a probe, and it's always the probe. I guess Dunamai can send out probes too, but it's always the probe. And is this Overlord going to see it? Oh, it looks like he just missed spotting this probe. And that probe's like, oh, there's nobody there. Oh, he's got something evil in his heart. What do we see coming up here right now? Well, he's got a gate coming. A gateway coming. Oh, he is going to drop down that pylon. Are we aware of this whatsoever? I don't think we've spotted this probe yet, but the probe is going to reveal himself. Perhaps a risk to let us know that the probe has seen us. He saw the Overlord, so he knows that I'm Zerg. That should be a lot of the information that he needs right there. I don't know if he saw what Contrarian was, but, and how did this Overlord get way over here? This is 2.5 minutes in, and this Overlord's already in our base and retreating again? So that probe has done his business. I have expanded now, but we are not yet aware of this pylon hiding behind us. Is that going to be a problem? Getting my gas up, going to throw down that spawning pool. Pretty standard start opening for me. The probe's going to return home. So he must be planning to do a warp in back here because he's not getting a forge. So he's obviously not cannon rushing, which would be very difficult to do from here towards a Zerg. But I feel like you could always cannon rush in this direction as well. But you know, there's a lot of other bases we can take, and eventually we would probably be able to shut this down, depending on how much he puts here. But it's the warp in. The warp ins are what you got to be careful of. And the core is not yet done yet, and oh, I must have gotten suspicious because we saw that probe moving around, and I'm like, well, where's this drone going? I probably just queued him up, and yeah, okay, there, now I finally notice it, and yeah, we're gonna have to try to take that out. But no probe here, no cannons on the way, no forge on the way. Warp gate research is not even started yet, so this should be a non-threat. Gonna throw a couple more drones in there in case that probe suddenly comes in and throws down a cannon, but this should be ending that threat pretty quickly. Double queens on the way. We got Stark coming out for Contrarian, who set up a little bit of wall here. I don't know if that's open or not. I think that might be closed off. And he does have the Zealot here blocking off. Is that Zealot on hold position? In fact, he is, which means nothing is getting through that door. They can just walk through this far wider ramp. And it looks like the drones are just poking around to make sure that the probe's not hiding somewhere. Because if he were, then he could just set up another pylon, and then we're in the same predicament. And looks like I'm going to check one last spot and get those drones right back to work. And now the forge comes. If he had left the probe there and gone forge first, he could have gotten cannons established before we spotted that. But he decided to go gate core, so he's going for that warp gate research. Looks like he's going to be setting up a front right here. I'm guessing this is where he's going to drop his cannons. And is he going to be expanding here? Not quite got the money for it just yet. We'll see if that's what he's doing. We got Overlord speed on the way. We got Contrarian finally taking his expansion, which will take up all the in-base expansions for the Titans. 4 lanes out on the map, but now I'm going to be pushing 8 drones out right now. And does that 8 drones count in here? Let's see if the 8 drones counts here. So they are going to pop right now, and nope, the drones do not count until just now, so that's going to put me in the lead for workers, although Contrarian's trying to keep up, but he can only make 1 at a time until this Nexus finishes. So we were trying to get our economy started early. I got a evolution chamber coming, and we've got +1 ground attack coming for Spartan, and a forge coming from Dunamai now, and it looks like Mike's going to be getting out roaches. None of them have expanded. Well, Spartan has finally started his expansion. That is half done. And Mike's expansion about 2/3 done, but these can be pretty late. The Titans have already expanded, which is going to give us the economic edge. And oh, I'm throwing down a baneling nest and getting my lair up. So what have I got in mind? Is this Baleen Nest just for an insurance policy, or are we expecting something in particular? Not entirely sure. Gonna nail that inject. How's that queen energy? Oh, that queen energy is nice and low. I think one could be a little bit lower. Don't worry, it'll be getting higher as the game goes on, I'm quite certain. And the +1 armor coming, 14 lings on the way. My money's actually being kept fairly low. I'm throwing down a macro hatch now, perhaps a bit late to try to keep that money down. I could throw it into some overlords right now. I could probably use some overlords at this point in time. But I'm probably going to forget. And sending some lings out. I'm going to grab those watchtowers. Oh, yep, looks like I'm going to be grabbing the watchtower there. Sending a couple lings out in this direction to grab this watchtower, which is as of yet untaken. And we got the later forge coming out for Contrarian. Going to get that Twilight Council, I assume, so we can get that blink up, so we can get those very mobile stalkers that he does so enjoy using. And 2 Robobays coming here for Spartan. Are we going to be getting some Immortal production, or going into a lot of Colossus? He might actually want to get another base up if he's going to go for double Colossus. Double Immortal might be able to pull off. It'll be tough. And I never noticed this before. This little ball here is like spinning like crazy. What does a forge have when it's not doing that? Well, we won't know because this forge is upgrading as well. Does the Spartan have a forge that's just sitting down? Okay, well I guess, oh, it doesn't. It's not even there at all. If your forge is doing nothing, that little psychotic spinning ball is not there. And we have another gateway coming up from Spartan. Although he's got a second base up, he actually needs to get a lot more production out. And, well, he's got another gateway here. He's got a Twilight Council of his own. I wonder what he's going to be doing with that. Is he going to be getting Blink as well? I got an Infestation Pit coming out. My +1 armor is almost done. Blink is getting really close to finishing for Contrarian. And we have... Oh, Dunamite actually has had this expansion up for a little bit. Or maybe either it just got up or he's used some Chrono Boost on it already. But he hasn't quite got it saturated yet. It looks like they're content to macro this game. And oh, we've got a Dark Shrine coming up here for Spartan. That is what the Twilight Council was for. To get that Dark Shrine. Although getting some charge on the back side of that might not be a bad idea. And a Spire coming out for Mike and his Infestation Pit as well. Is he going to be going for some relatively quick Broodlords? It's a possibility. We'll have to wait and see if that hive comes out immediately after this thing pops. He does have a little bit of money for it. He's still not expansions, and oh, looks like Contrarian is going to get aggressive now with his Blink Stalker. He's going to check that expansion. That expansion is clear, and there's a complement of Stalkers here for Dunamite. Similar upgrades, only one's got +1 attack, one's got +1 armor. I'm not sure who that benefits. I think that might actually benefit the attack upgrade because I think this probably, let's see, that's 15 versus armored. And that is 14 versus armor. No, I guess it's, I don't know if it benefits either. We may just call it even. If the attack upgrade gave them more than a +1 to armored, then the attack upgrade would definitely be better. But since it's +1 for armor, +1 for attack, it kind of balances out. And where is this Stalker going? I have no idea what this Stalker is doing. And it looks like I'm going to be a Spire up on my own, plus Bailey Speed, plus Pathogen Glands is just finishing up. Must be for insurance policy. And I'm getting my Hive up as well. And double Stargate coming out here for Contrarian. So as they begin getting out those mass Void Rays, which we all have seen in so many games before because the Protoss have a V key. And I'm also getting Burrow, +2 armor, +1 attack, 17 workers. Which is going to put me well in the lead in economy right now, even far outstripping Contrarian, who cannot produce workers at that rate, but he is producing 2 at a time. Probably should be 3 at a time, though, because he does have 3 of these Nexi here. And what are the challengers up to? Just finishing speed for Mike's Zerglings, and he did not get a greater spark. Oh, well, he is actually making he's making his hive right now, so I feel we're going to be seeing Broodlords coming. And we got a massive force of Lings moving out here. +1, +1. The +2 armor probably won't be done before an attack comes, but oh, they have found themselves a juicy base, and Dunamite is going to have to cancel this. He's going to have to cancel it. Oh, he did not get the cancel off, and that is 400 minerals down the tubes, plus everything here that was left at this base. And here comes some Stalkers and Zealots. I don't think that's enough. If we get wind of this, though... I don't think they're going to make it. Oh, but there's some roaches there for Mike that will be able to drive us out of there. And yes, I'm going to completely turn around, losing a couple of lings there, but that's okay. That's what Lings are for, to lose a couple. And oh, I just saw some Corruptors coming out here for Mike. He's getting the Adrenal Gland upgrade and the Tunneling Claws. Does he have Burrow yet? Oh, he's got Burrow coming. He's got Burrow coming. And here comes the Greater Spur. So he's apparently going Crackling Roach Broodlord. An interesting combination. And we do have double Immortals coming out here for Dunamai. Probably going to be good against, going to be very good against these Stalkers. Is he getting any attack upgrades for those? Because that just makes him so much better. He does have the +1, which means they are doing 55 damage to armored units. And as a poor little Stalker, that's a 2-shot right there. That is, wait, 3-shot. That is a 3-shot. Sorry, I see the 80, I see the other 80, and I didn't add them together. He's got +3 attack coming for those Stalkers, +1 attack just finishing for his Void Rays, +1 armor is on the way, and oh, he's getting a Fleet Beacon, which, since there's no Void Ray upgrade there anymore, Dunamai's got an Observer there, but fortunately Contrarian doesn't have an Observer of his own, or he'd be able to spot that and take it out. And I'm currently making Observer. I'm getting a Crackling upgrade of my own, and am I doing anything else with my, my layer tech? I did see okay, there's the Spire. Doesn't seem like I'm doing anything right now but getting Crackling speed. Getting +2 attack right now. Grabbing that center watchtower because I've already got the other two covered. And it looks like our opponents right now are just playing the macro game right now, not getting too aggressive. Although we're going to have a serious Broodlord issue here fairly soon. Although we're going to have some air to take care of it, so maybe it's not that big concern. +1 shields is almost finishing. +3 ground attack is more than halfway done. And the Void Ray production can even getting out a second Cybernetics core so he can double upgrade those Void Rays. Oh, but what is this? The Graviton Catapult on the way. Which means there's only one reason why he would be getting that. And he's throwing down 2 more Stargates. Contrarian, what in the world are you doing? Do you have the economy for this? Pretty close. He may need another base or maybe just get these gases up and running and he might be okay, but he is going to be going carriers here in a second and trying to get double upgrades to boot. And it looks like those Stalkers are going to poke around to see if this expansion is taken, but no, this expansion is currently not doing anything. And the Corruptors are out for Mike. He does have the Greater Spire finish, so he can start making those Broodlords. And here we go. Oh, here come the Broodlords. And an Ultralisk Cavalry on the way. +3 armor, +2 attack. Almost done for those Ultralisks that will soon be coming. And the Neural Parasite. And oh, they're going to take my Lings off the Watchtower. But I salute you, Lings. You served your purpose well. You sat there forever and did nothing. And what's going on over here? Where are these units going? Are they going to be scouting over here? It looks like Dunamai's going to be scouting over here too and see that nobody's taking that gold right now. Maybe he's got some intentions of his own for that base. I don't know. And oh, it looks like these Stalkers and Contrarian are going to clear out what took out that Watchtower, but here come a lot of Immortals from Dunamai backed up by these Broodlords. These Stalkers cannot take this on. They can grab the Watchtower and they see instantly, oh, we have an Immortal problem here, folks, and he's going to blink out of there, but oh, that poor Stalker did not make it, but oh, he's got 1 HP. 1 HP and he gets out of there. And 7 Ultralisks are on the way. Chitinous Plating is on the way. +2, 3 armor is almost done. +3 attack has started. And double Nidus Worms? Or Nidus Networks. And here comes the attack. Immortal Roach Broodlord. I think that's going to be more than a match for a small cluster of Blink Stalkers. Here comes some Lings, but that's not going to be any good. Look, the Lings are already getting caught up on those Broodlings. And so this is... I don't think this is going to work out very well. We have managed to thin out the Roaches. And here come the Void Rays, and suddenly they have no anti-air here. That is going to be a big oh, well, okay, they have a couple of Corruptors, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And then meanwhile, he's going to send in a bunch of Zealots. He's got +3 attack on them, which means they're going to be tearing through this base. Don't even need all that much armor, and 52 Lings are on the way. And it looks like I'm going to escape a few Lings, try to meet up with their buddies. And we did lose this base, but these Void Rays are going to take out all these Broodlords, and that is an expensive loss. Oh, and these Broodlords probably needed to retreat a long time ago. But they managed to take out a base, but was it worth the cost? Because the carrier has arrived. And coming out 4 at a time with 2-2 upgrades, 2-2-2 upgrades on the way. This is about to get interesting, folks. This is about to get very, very interesting. And it looks like Spartan's moving out. He's got Stalker, Immortal, DT, plus 3 attack. On those DTs, they're doing 60 damage. 60 damage DTs. I don't know where they're... I don't know where they came from. They're just kind of wandering around the map, I guess. Going to try to provide a defensive front. Maybe they're expecting a counterattack in this direction. Contrarian's going to try to retake that base because he's going to need it. Get 4/4 carriers with triple forge upgrades. My goodness, Contrarian, you are nuts. And I don't think I'm doing much of anything right now. I probably could afford to expand again. I got a bit of money and I'm maxed out. I should be expanding and getting every upgrade I can get my hands on, although that might be nice to keep in the bank for once I lose my army. But look at that. Oh my goodness, that is 13 Ultralisks. 13 Ultralisks, almost fully upgrade that. There we go. There they are, fully upgrade Ultralisks, guarding that expansion, which is not actually got quite a bit of resources left here. So we're sitting pretty good on the economy. If we check the income right now, I am just killing it right now. I probably don't even need any more workers right now. Usually Zerg probably get a little bit more. May not be a bad idea. You can always turn them into defense structures later, although I am a little bit maxed out, so that's not happening. And it looks like, oh, Mike's gonna try to take this base, and it looks like Contrarian's got the same idea, but if you can get some cannons down there before the... Oh, well, never mind. The hatchery is not going to survive. But here come the Immortals. But, I think they better turn around. Oh, those poor Stalkers. Better back up, Stalkers. That's gonna be... Look, I'm getting ranged up to attack right now. I don't have any ranged units. And, oh, looks like Dunamai's going to try to take that gold base he's been eyeing for quite some time, and it is not happening. Probably should have stuck with this one, which looked like he was trying to, but changed his mind for some reason. And look at this. Look at all these carriers. And he's got 3/3 on the way. He doesn't have that 3 shields coming just yet. Looks like he might be having a little bit of a gas issue. Quad carriers will kind of cut in your gas supply. And what is he getting? Oh my goodness, he's getting a lot of corruptors, but no upgrades. Oh, he's got no upgrades, and these carriers have pretty good upgrades of their own. But still, that's a lot of corruptors, and they should be able to focus this down. But they really need to be using that corruption ability. And it looks like the Immortals are going to take out the space while the Air Force is a little bit busy. Meanwhile, I've got Lings. They just swallowed up those 2 pylons, but the main battle's over here, and the corruptor count is pretty much gone. Was he accidentally focusing down the interceptors? I would have expected him to do a little bit better. Maybe it was all those upgrades. Maybe he was focusing down the interceptors instead of the carriers themselves. I don't know, but he lost a lot of corruptors, and that is going to be very difficult to replace, especially since that's going to need a lot of gas to replace all that. And it looks like my Lings have pulled back. Are they going to try to help out over here? It doesn't really look like Contrarian needs it right now. And, well, there's no anti-air. Well, there's a few Stalkers, but he's decided to pull back. He wants to establish that base right now. And 10 more Corruptors down the way, so he did find a little bit of money, or maybe they fed it to him. I don't know, but he's a little low on gas now. But he's definitely going to need it. But at the same time, we've got, oh, Spartan is counterattacking here. And I pretty much just got Lings here to defend against Immortal DT Stalker. I've got the Ultras here, but look at all these Immortals. I can't take this on. +3 attack on those Immortals. They'll chew these Ultralisks apart. And he's going to just send in the DTs. And it looks like I have a little bit of detection, but I got to try to keep my Ultralisks back just so I can keep them within the range of this one single Spore Crawler here. It looks like that's going to be okay, but he's going to try to bait me back, pull back the Ultralisks. Can't let the Immortals... Oh, I mean, look at that! Look at that! Oh, wow. That's a dead Ultralisk. Looks like that is kind of terrifying. And I'm trying to pull my Ultralisks back to hopefully bait them into the spines. But he's going to finish me off. Here comes a lot more Lings. I didn't see the production tab. I don't know how many that is. Is it going to be enough, though? There's still DTs in this army, and they don't seem to be in range of the detection anymore. But look at the Stalkers and Immortals just absolutely melt to my 3/3 Cracklings. And he's going to pull in here, but oh, there's detection there, and the Spores are going to pick them apart. Meanwhile, Contrarian's pushing forward with his very terrifying Carrier Force 3/2/3 upgrades and a Mama Ship on the way. 17 Ultralisks are coming, but this is going to be probably about it. Never mind, I have a ton of money left over, but I really need to expand again. But it looks like Dunamite's going to follow us up with a line of some more Immortals. But those Lings just tore them apart, and I can get a lot of Lings out. I would just like to point this out. But it looks like he's going to try to push up in here. Will we have the defense to take this on? I don't know. Contrarian's kind of pulling back with his forces, and I'm trying to get us around those Immortals. And Ling's pretty good at taking down Immortals, especially when Immortals don't really have any upgrades, and Lings have many upgrades. But it doesn't look like I have quite enough Zerglings, and the Ultralisks, they really don't want to take this on. We're gonna have to try to do our best to thin this out, and trying to choke up the ramp, but there's no defense up here right now. And where do those Ultralisks go? They're running and they're hiding in the Nidus networks right now. And oh, I'm burrowing drones, and I'm gonna start losing hatcheries. And a single Zealot from Contrarian is gonna try to help. Here comes some more Lings. I think this might be enough to thin it out, and yes, it will be. And now we've got Infestors coming on the way for Mike because he thinks that might help, but I don't know. That's a lot of carriers. Unless he neuroparasites them all and manages to kill them all off before neuroparasite ends, I don't think that's going to work. So we've got him a little bit on our heels. Contrarian's going to press forward. And what was that? Oh, I heard something. I heard something. Oh, we got Niduses in the back door, and out come the Ultralisks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Dunamite's like, nice. You just backdoored us with 5-3 Ultralisks. Oh, that poor sentry. Don't be a hero, sentry. Oh, the probes are going to make it because the cannons are going to provide cover for them. And here come the Infestors. The Infestors are trying to run away. Spartans are going to drop out of this game. These Infestors are like, get us out of here. And they have been completely pinched with the Ultras. They're going to tear apart that base. There's the GG from Dunamite. They just got steamrolled. That counterattack by all those Immortals was a bit scary, but we managed to get out enough Lings eventually to combat that. But whew, wow, what a game! I hope you enjoyed this game, and have a day.